So this is like a little master class into card cheating. For a card cheat to be successful in cheating in any card game, he or she must have like certain skills. Okay, so the first skill to have is control over the playing cards. Okay, so let me give you an example. Say for example, we take this one, the Ace of Spades. Everybody can recognize everybody's favorite card, right? So I'll take the Ace of Spades and I'll leave it about halfway in the middle, like so. So we know it's lost somewhere in the middle. Agree? Yes? Now in order to control the card cheat must know its location, in one shuffle know where it is, and then reposition it so that you can always cut the ace back to the top. See? Okay? You can react, it's fine. Okay?
We're holding my breath.
I'll do it again. This time I'll leave it face up. Okay, I'll leave it face up so you can see exactly what's happening. Okay, so Ace of Spades about halfway in the middle. Now because I cut the cards, so I know exactly where it is, which means I can cut back to it very easily, and then I can note its position so that I can always cut back to the Ace of Spades, just like that. Okay, but that was the easy part, finding the Ace of Spades. The difficult part is to find the other aces while I was doing that. There you go. Thank you very much. Yay. Now let's move on. Let's move on to another form of card cheating. We'll eliminate the aces. We'll just use the Ace of Spades. Okay. Say for example, a card cheat has managed to control an ace or any picture card. Okay. That way you can actually gain a 20 to 25% edge in almost any card game. Okay. So you don't want to like just win one big hand and all that kind of stuff. You want over the entire duration of the night, you gain advantage over other players. Okay. But of course, if you control the ace or any other picture card to the top, you can't possibly deal it out because the dealer always gets the last card, correct? So we have to employ a secret technique. Okay, and it looks something like this. So Ace of Spades, say for example there are 10 other players. I can still deal for 10 other players. That's sorry, I'll do that again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Now in case you have no idea what just happened, if you look very carefully, none of these cards are actually the Ace of Spades because the Ace of Spades is still here. Okay. Now what I actually did was that I actually dealt the second card from the top. Okay, it's called second dealing. So in an exposed view, it looks like this. I'm taking the second card from the top, like this. Okay. Now obviously the gap cannot be this big, right? Because then people would see. So in order to prevent yourself from being cheated by a second deal, you should never get the dealer to deal cards this way, where they tilt the cards behind, because that way you can't tell whether they are dealing the top card or the second card. Yeah? You understand this theory? Yes? Of course, unless you meet somebody like me. Okay? Then you're in trouble, right? Because now I'm going to leave the ace face up and then I'm going to deal 10 cards again, and this time you can see exactly what's happening, alright? So 10 of spades over here, here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're not moving.
Thank you very much. Yay. So we will add the other aces back to the pack. Now I'm going to reposition the aces, okay, to another place, and we move on to another form of card cheating also, to cheat while dealing the cards. Okay, so let me just show you. This time round, 5 cards to each players. Okay, in a game of like straight or draw poker. Okay, so that way we know that it's the second one. That is the third ace, and of course ace number 4. If I've done this correctly, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one indifferent card followed by the 4 aces. Okay, thank you. Now, any questions?
Okay, can we do again?
I'll do it again. This time round.
Fast, right?
This time.
I think you need 120.
Now,
first time.
Now earlier on, we dealt the cards. Earlier on we dealt the cards second from the top, right? This time round, I actually dealt them from the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I'll leave them face up so you can see exactly what's happening. Alright. So I'll repeat the deal again. Again, they are dealt from the bottom. The first round, nothing happens, as you can see. If, say for example, my accomplice is seated on position number 3, I can deal to that person as well. So I can go like this and then deal the ace to that person from the bottom of the deck, right? Now I can look at you, I can talk to you, I don't have to be worried about my hands or anything like that, and still do the dirty work. Thank you. Okay, so far let's just recap what we have done. We have talked about control over the playing cards, right? And then second dealing and bottom dealing, correct? Now let's move on to something a little bit more advanced called card stacking. Okay, say this time round we are in a game of Texas Hold'em. Okay, and one of the best starting hands to begin with is of course the pocket aces. And example again, if we are playing with the same number of players, somehow I have to shuffle or prepare 4 cards in between the first and second ace, and then 4 more on top of top ace, hence stacking the cards in this particular order. Meaning that when the cards are like this and I cheat while stacking the cards, I can deal them out normally. Okay? That way I will still get the aces for myself. You understand this theory? Yes?
Okay.
Card stacking, yeah?
Yeah.
So preparing the cards in the particular order. So now I'm going to demonstrate a simple method to card stacking using in overhand shuffle. Overhand shuffle looks something like this. Okay? To begin with, you need to take 3 aces on top, 1 ace on the bottom, like this. Okay? 3 aces on top, 1 ace on the bottom. Now if we repeat the same number of players, there's a little formula that I came up with. The formula is 11, 4, 5, 1, 5. Okay?
I know already.
Don't ask me how I came up with it because, I'm Asian, so yeah. So 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And then 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you look very carefully on the bottom of the deck, you will see that the cards are perfectly stacked, right? Ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by the next ace. 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by next ace. 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by the last ace, right? Now that was the easy part. That was the easy part, okay? The difficult part now is to have your accomplice cut exactly on the 32nd position. Because after you shuffle the cards, the deck must be cut, right? And do realize that if they cut 1 card more or 1 card less, somebody else gets the aces. You don't want that, right? So 32 from the top will look something like this. Okay? So if I've done this correctly, if you look just on the top of the deck, now there's no cheating in dealing the cards, right? I'm really dealing them all from the top. And as you can see, the aces will come all to me, just like that. Thank you very much. Ta-da!
You go feel this now.
Here's the downside of stacking the cards in this order. Okay, the reason is because I was only able to concentrate on the ace of spades. Agree? On the 4 aces, which means I cannot control any of these cards. Which means they could have anything, right? They could have good hands or bad hands. In this case, a pair of 4s, right? In this case, pair of 2s. Inside straight draw, maybe very far-fetched, maybe a flush draw. This one 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, again an inside straight draw, and this one 5, jack high, right? 9, 10, jack. So not something that these players will put a lot of money against the 4 aces. Agree? Yeah. So in order for the card cheat to successfully cheat at cards or create the perfect game, the card cheat must be able to control and stack good enough cards for the other players also, so that they will be able to put a lot of money in it. Okay, and this only happens in home games. The reason is because at home, when you play card games with your friends and families and distant relatives and all that, it is not as people don't scrutinize the way you shuffle and all that kind of thing. Sometimes people don't cut the cards and all that kind of stuff. Another thing that people don't do in home games is that they don't go through a shuffling procedure. Okay, so in casinos they do a shuffling procedure. It's usually 2 riffle shuffles followed by a strip cut. So a strip cut is to cut playing cards into small little packets, followed by 1 more riffle shuffle and a straight cut. Okay, if you go to any casinos, in most games that they play with 1 deck, any like poker games and all that, they would normally have this kind of shuffle. So in order for me to successfully do what I just said, I have to combine all the methods that I just talked about. Control over the playing cards, second dealing, bottom dealing, and card stacking. Okay, but I'm not going to stack in the overhand shuffle. The reason is because you can actually see me counting 1 single cards, right, instead of really randomly shuffle. So to challenge myself, I'll use the casino shuffling procedure and hope to get like 2 or 3 really good hands. Okay, while of course trying to strike a conversation with everybody. So this is how it will look like. That's the first riffle shuffle. I'm actually looking for playing cards that I need, and then now the second riffle shuffle, stacking them in position, doing the street cards to position them properly, and then one more riffle shuffle followed by a straight card like this, and I should be done. The cards are of course not in that particular order, which means I need to displace them with second deals and bottom deals. So one more time, this time around, if you see anything, just shout it out. Okay, so here we go. That's the first round. Okay, second round. Anybody? Third round. Fourth round. No? Okay, good. I really want to play cards with you guys. So, player number one, I managed to deal this person a diamond flush draw, which will look something like this. Yeah? 4 of them diamonds, one in different cards. Thank you. The second player, I only managed 3 good hands. Okay. Second player was 2 pairs, 2 tens and 2 queens. Yeah, 2 tens and 2 queens. Player number 3 has a really good hand. But before I show them to you, you do realize that I'm telling you the hands before I show them to you, right? Does this not impress you at all? Or player number 3 has a very good hand, 4 of a kind, actually 4 eights.
Oh my god.
Player number 4, I didn't have much time, but I still managed to deal this person a pair of jacks. Okay, so it's not something that they will put a lot of money, but we need at least 2 or 3 really good hands for them to. I have the 4 of diamonds, so I'll come back to that in a bit. So in straight or draw poker, you can discard or exchange up to 3 cards. Okay, so player number 1 will definitely want to discard the 9 of clubs. Okay, in on hope to get another diamonds, and I'll make sure that he or she gets the highest possible diamonds, the king of diamonds, to complete the flush. Okay, the reason for the king of diamonds is because I want the 4 aces for myself, so I can't possibly give this person the ace of diamonds. Okay, so you know now for a fact that this person will stay in the game. Okay, second player will discard the 3, right, and hoping to get a queen or a 10 to complete the full house. And again, I'll make sure of it to give this person the queen to complete the full house, queens over 10s. Okay. Player number 3 cannot improve their hand anymore. There's no 5 of a kind, right? But in a real game situation, if you have 5 cards and you don't exchange any, people will know immediately that you already have a good hand. So this person will naturally just discard 1, and it doesn't matter what this is because it doesn't change the hand. Player number 4 will then of course discard 3 of these, and again, it doesn't matter what they have, it's just okay, full house, aces over jacks. So I'll come back to that in a bit. Let me ask you let me ask you a question. If you were in any of these hands, would you put a lot of money in it?
Yes.
You would, right? Especially this one, correct? I have the 4 of diamonds, which I'll discard, and I'll get 1 card in return. The ace of spades. Just the ace I need because that's the 10, the jack, the queen, the royal flush in spades. Thank you!